What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So basically I've made 2 videos before talking about binge eating, and I'm going to make another one. So this one's more so about after the binge and how to move on and get over it. My other 2 videos were based on my story and what I went through and how I recovered. So I will link those 2 videos below if you want to watch it. Okay, so if you have experienced binge eating before, or you are currently going through the eating disorder, you all know what it feels like after the binge. You hate yourself, you don't want to go anywhere, you feel like you have, done something so bad, you feel like you ruined your diet. There's just this massive wave of emotion and guilt, and it feels like you can't go back from that. It feels like you just damaged yourself and there's no turning back. So one thing that I have realized is, because this is what I did, and I assume a lot of people do it as well, the next day after a binge, I'd go to the gym for like 2 hours and do so much cardio. I would restrict my calories to about 1,000, and I would think that this is the way that I can undo what I did, but it's not. What you should do is, as lame as it sounds, have a journal. Write down everything that you felt before you started binge eating. Write down what you felt and thought while binge eating, and then the same thing after the binge eating thoughts. After the binge eating session. So by doing this, every time you feel like binge eating, or every time you do binge, you will know exactly what you felt, what you did after, and all of that. So this way, each time you can improve, if that makes sense. Now, after you binge eat, do not restrict yourself the next day. Do not go into this whole mental thought process that you have to restrict yourself from eating foods, you have to go exercise a lot, you can't, all of that. Do not allow yourself to do that. The next day, or straight after, drink a lot of water, plan your meals out for the next day, do some exercise, but don't go like too crazy. Just go for a walk, go for a jog, something that you enjoy. Eat normal. Do not restrict any carbs. Do not just eat salad, just eat normal. Eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. Because if you starve yourself the next day and restrict, it's very likely that the day after that you're going to binge again. So basically, this is my opinion. I'm not saying that this is 110% true, but this is what I feel like is the truth. I think that binge eating comes from restricting and calorie counting. That falls under restricting. If you don't allow yourself to eat food and you go into this mindset of, I can't eat carbs, I can just eat salad, that's the only way I lose weight, blah, 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 you are going to binge eat, because your body is going to start craving these foods. And if in your mind you think that you're not allowed to eat burgers, chips, fries, whatever, when you get the chance to eat it, you're going to eat so much. And what's going to happen after this is your body is going to start craving this. But you mentally think that you can't eat this. So you're just going to binge, start again tomorrow. Binge, start your diet again, over and over. And this cycle can continue for years. I'm not saying you will. Like for me, it continued for 5 years. Some people it continues for a few weeks, a few months, 20 years, 30 years. That's why I'm telling you, when you recognize what you're doing, your binge eating problems are going to stop. Now, one thing that I did was I purchased this book. So Brain Over Binge. This is written by a girl called Catherine, and in this book she speaks about her story. So she had, I think, anorexia and bulimia. She started binge eating and all of that, and she had it for 6 years. Now, I bought this book because I heard that there was a lady who was 70 years old and she has been binge eating her whole life. And after she read this book, she stopped binge eating. So I didn't buy this thinking that I was going to just stop binge eating, but I wanted to hear this girl's side of her story. And yeah, she basically did mention that counselors and all of that, none of that helped, because they all said that binge eating started from some traumatic experience that happened in her life. But she realized that it happened because she wanted to be skinny, and her whole mental process was I have to, you know, eat low calories, restrict, blah, blah, blah. So that's when I realized, holy that is how it started for me as well. And once you get out of the mindset of dieting and having to have this perfect body, you will stop binge eating. If you allow yourself to eat a variety of food, you will not binge eat. Eat fruit, eat carbs, eat protein, eat fats, eat what you want. Fuel your body. That way you will not binge eat. So basically, to recover, you need to stop thinking about diets and all of that, like if that's the case for you. Once you stop thinking about dieting, your binge eating will stop. So for me, that was so hard because I wanted to lose 10 kilos so badly. So it took me so long to realize that firstly, I have to change my thought process, and then after that, I can lose weight. So since I stopped binge eating, I have lost 8.5 kilos, and that's only from not binge eating. I only go to the gym maybe like 4 times a week, and I still eat pizza, burgers, chips, chocolate, not every single day and not in like large amounts, but I mean, sometimes I have like junk food 3 times a week, but just like a serving size. And I do not have any thoughts about, crap, I just ruined my diet, I need to go eat another 5 burgers. Like, that's completely gone. And that's all gone because I accepted the fact that binge eating will take you a step further away from your goal. But just eating foods in a normal amount is not. That will bring you a step closer. So once you just realize that and allow yourself to eat basically what you want to eat, the binging will stop. Okay guys, well, I know this video was probably very, very random. It didn't make sense. Like, I didn't really know what kind of message I was trying to send out because it was all over the place. But basically, I just wanted to touch up about the fact that the next day you should not restrict yourself. You shouldn't go on this massive diet and think you have to drink detox teas and all that BS. In your case, this all started because you want this body and you want to be on a diet, blah, blah, blah. You have to stop dieting because that is the only way to get over this binge eating disorder and then eventually get the body that you want. So anyways, I hope that in some way this video was informative, and yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.